Welcome to the Belfast Food Network's Nourish Cookery class, brought to you by me, Jade Bradley. Today I will be showing you how to make a really delicious spring onion flatbread. This is a really great recipe to make with the kids, as it's really straightforward with minimal ingredients, only 5 to be exact. Like all of the other recipes in this series, it's really easy to mix and match ingredients and flavours. So you could choose to add some homegrown herbs to this recipe, or swap out the scallions for some foraged seasonal berries. And please don't worry if you don't have a rolling pin. I don't have one either. I'm going to be using an old glass bottle as a substitute. So basically you can use anything that's got a cylinder shape and that has got smooth edges to roll out the bread. Like I said earlier, there are only 5 ingredients for this recipe. This will include some natural yogurt, some baking powder, some sea salt, some self-raising flour, and some spring onions. So these are the spring onions as they come from the farm. They're around 2 to 3 times the size of the spring onions that you can buy in the supermarket. They're really lovely. So these are all the ingredients. Let's get cooking. Firstly, we will add all of the ingredients to a mixing bowl and mix with a spoon. Remember that you can use gluten-free flour if you do have a gluten intolerance. Just make sure that you get a self-raising gluten-free flour. And don't be afraid to get stuck in and use your hands at this part of the recipe. The main aim is for us to make this flour mixture into one big dough ball. When this is done, we will move on and sprinkle flour over a kitchen surface. Next up, we will dump the dough mix out and knead it for around 1 to 2 minutes, folding the dough in on itself. Don't be afraid to give this a bit of oomph, as putting some extra pressure through the dough when kneading works well. If the dough feels sticky when you're kneading, sprinkle some more flour on the surface to stop this. Next up, we will separate the dough into golf ball sized chunks. This recipe makes enough for 8 flatbreads, so therefore 8 chunks. We are going to roll these out with the rolling pin, or the rolling pin substitute, in my case the empty glass bottle. Make sure that the surface has got flour sprinkled before you roll out the chunks, otherwise they will stick to the surface. We want to ensure that the flatbreads are rolled out to just the right thickness to make sure that they will cook through when we put them in the pan. To cook the flatbreads, we will heat a dry non-stick pan at a medium heat. We will cook the flatbreads until they are slightly browned on each side. Keep in mind that the cooking time decreases the longer the pan has been on the heat, so stay on top of them as we don't want them to burn. And remember to clean out any burnt crumbs in the pan in between flatbreads. There you have it, simple spring onion flatbreads.